Hi, I'm Mr. Schneblin, the Director of Bands at East Peoria Community High School. The goal of this video is to give you information for a typical fall season, but we need to be transparent about the fact that there may be changes as more news develops. In this current situation, there are a lot of unknowns. We want to plan for a successful marching band season and are excited to have new members coming in. We're working to make sure that they have a great season, while also being mindful of the seniors and the class of 2021. Everyone wants to make this the best experience we can. That being said, we don't know if we'll have the opportunity for music sectionals this summer or when we'll be able to rehearse as a full group. Traditionally, this would be the time when we would announce the title and theme for this year's show. Right now, we have two versions of a fall show. One includes a competitive aspect like we've done in the past. The other version is better suited for a situation where we're unable to meet as a group in the summer, yet still sets the Marching Raiders up for a successful fall season. These decisions are not made easily and must adhere to guidelines provided to us from groups like the State and Regional Board of Education, the IHSA, and even our school board and superintendent. There's no current timeline or time frame that will tell us when we'll make a final decision. That's why we're preparing for a variety of scenarios. Regardless of the direction the marching band takes in the fall, I'm so excited to have all the students return to school where they can once again create memories through music and friendships. Now, I'll turn the video over to our front ensemble instructor, Andrew Harvey. He'll help explain more about our fall marching band program, a breakdown of the band fee, and how you can get involved with volunteering at the Tazewell County Bingo Center.
In one scenario for the fall marching band program, we continue with the competitive and non-competitive aspect as we have in the past. Let me briefly explain the differences between those two ensembles. Competitive marching band members have more requirements and more responsibilities, as well as a larger time commitment. Non-competitive marching members are primarily fall athletes who cannot dedicate the time required to be a competitive band member. Competitive members attend summer music rehearsals, band camp, all football games, after-school rehearsals twice a week, and competitions each Saturday in the months of September and October. Non-competitive members have no after-school commitments. Instead, they're taught all the marching skills required during class time to participate at all home football games. Fall athletes are not able to be members of the competitive band. Both competitive and non-competitive members earn a grade, receive a first semester PE waiver, and both groups are invited to perform at Disney World over spring break 2021. We'll talk more about the details of that trip in a separate video. The marching and maneuvering you see a band do is called drill. Students cannot be added or removed once the drill is written. Once a student and their family decide to participate in a competitive band, they're assigned a specific spot in that drill. Non-competitive band members are not given drill assignments. Because of this process, it's crucial that we know which group your student wishes to participate in. Students and parents need to open and review the document underneath this video titled Marching Band Letter 2020. It includes a complete listing of all performance and rehearsal dates required of competitive band members. Each date for rehearsals and performances is tied to your grade as a competitive band member. Attendance for competitive band members is mandatory. In fact, it's vital to the success of the marching band. Marching band is not an individual activity. If you are not at a rehearsal or performance, that decision affects every other individual student and our success as a whole. That's why it's important to make sure students have a conversation with their parents to make the best decision for your family. Let's also talk about the grading policy. Rehearsals are considered band homework and performances are considered band tests. It's essential to thoroughly read and understand the grading policy outlined in the instrumental handbook. This video is giving only a brief overview of this policy. For all excused absences, you must provide a note, email, or phone call from a parent to Mr. Schneblin. If a student is going to miss a rehearsal, he'll need to know at least 1 week in advance. For performances, please let him know 3 weeks ahead of time if your student will be absent. As always, we'd never want someone to come to a performance or rehearsal if they're suddenly sick. If that's the case, get a hold of Mr. Schnevlin as soon as possible by phone or email. For all band members, missing a rehearsal lowers your final term grade by 1 letter grade. Missing a performance lowers your final term grade by 2 letter grades. Since non-competitive band members do not have the same requirements, their grade is determined by daily participation in class and attendance at home football games. Participating in school sporting events, not club sports, is considered excused. Missing any performance, even if excused, is a missed educational experience. Therefore, any student who has an excused absence from a performance is required to perform music from the missed performance in front of the class. If a student does not complete this makeup performance, their grade will be lowered by 1 full letter. Band camp is mandatory for every competitive marching band member. The camp is equal to over 60 hours of instruction. It can't be replaced or made up, and therefore it's mandatory. Band camp is for all competitive members, including color guard. We've been going to Northern Illinois University for band camp, but this year we're staying home. We've had a great experience at NIU, and we hope to return in a future season when all the funds allow us to do so. Since we are at home, band camp will run on a split schedule. The first session will run from 8 a.m. to noon. The second one will go from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The dates for camp will be July 27th through 28th, 30th and 31st, then August 3rd and 4th, 6th and 7th, 8 days total. Band camp will take place over 2 weeks with Wednesdays and weekends off. Below this video is the marching band camp letter for this year. It's important to take a look at that document before completing your contract. It includes a full list of mandatory rehearsals and performances. It also includes information on how we do things like distribute uniforms and how you can order marching band shoes. Now that you have a better understanding of the difference between competitive and non-competitive, as well as the grading policy, you're able to complete the band contract Google form. It's found on the band website at epchsband.org underneath this video. By completing this form, you are officially committing to one group or another, just like a signature on a traditional paper document. Now let's talk about the band fee. Our band boosters are here to organize and support every band member through their volunteer hours and service and through their monetary support. The majority of the Band Booster Fund comes from the Tazewell Bingo Center. It's located at the bottom of the hill in Creve Coeur. But your band fee also helps. Typically, the competitive band fee is $275 and the non-competitive band fee is $150 per year. This year, all members are asked to pay $100. This fee needs to be paid by Monday, May 11th. This initial payment is used to start paying for expenses that occur during the beginning of the marching band season for all students. For competitive students, this fee also guarantees your spot in the drill for this year's show, since there is a cost associated with having the drill written. Without your signed contract and the $100 band fee, competitive band members are not guaranteed a spot in this year's show. This year, the full band fee is being delayed for 2 important reasons. First, the deposit for the Disney trip is due this spring. We understand a full band fee and that deposit for this trip may be a financial burden for some, and we want as many students as possible to be able to register for the trip. Secondly, as we mentioned at the beginning of this video, there's some uncertainty about what our fall marching band season will look like. A second installment of the band fee may be required if we're able to proceed with a full marching band season. Band fees can be paid in 2 ways. You can drop a cash or check off to the main entrance at the high school Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can also mail it to the high school. Checks must be made payable to EPCHS band boosters. In both cases, please include your payment in an envelope with attention to Mr. Adam Schnevlin. The envelope should also include your student's name so we can keep track of your payment in our records. We'd never want money to be a reason that students are not able to participate in our program. If your family has a hardship, please reach out. We can set up a payment arrangement, or in some cases, you can also apply to the Band Boosters for a financial needs scholarship. As we mentioned earlier, the Tazewell Bingo Center earns tens of thousands of dollars for the band program. Every student in the band benefits from the money raised each year. The band is scheduled Tuesday evening and the first Monday of each month. This is all year round. It doesn't end when band is over or when school is out. The evenings are divided into 2 shifts. The first is from 4:15 to 6:30 p.m. and the second shift is from 6:15 to 8:30 p.m. or until the session is over. Each family is required to volunteer 10 spots a year. Our year is from June through May. Each shift and person counts as a spot. So if you bring someone with you and work one shift, then that counts as 2 of your 10. If you bring someone with you and you work the whole night, that counts as 4 of your 10. We're also giving double credit if you work a holiday. That's right, the Bingo Center is only closed for Christmas Eve, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Each parent is added to an electronic scheduling system, signup.com. This allows for more flexibility in scheduling for shifts or switching a shift if you need to do so. You'll automatically receive a reminder email 2 days before your scheduled shift. The site is accessible with an app on your smartphone or online through a computer. Signing up for shifts is first come, first serve, so once enough people have registered, a shift will be locked. Below this video is an informational sheet that also includes the link where you'll sign up for shifts. We know you have many questions, and that's okay. Feel free to reach out anytime to Mr. Schnevlin by emailing him at the address listed below. Also, we don't want you to miss out on the trip of a lifetime to Disney World in spring 2021. There's a tab on the website as well. Just click on Disney Trip 2021. Thanks for watching, and go Marching Raiders!